Hey guys, Graydon here, Last Pack Magic Channel, coming at you from the water today, out in the kayak, enjoying a beautiful spring day. It just stopped raining. Gonna open up some cards with you guys today. Really looking forward to everybody joining in on this one in the comments. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys participating as the channel's growing, getting to know more and more of you guys, and it's my pleasure. Thanks a lot for participating. What's going on, everyone? Graydon here with the LPM channel. We got a wicked guest for you today. We got Matt. What's happening, buddy?
What's going on, Graydon? How are you today?
I'm great. We've been trying to put together an episode with you and me for quite a while. Both of us have busy schedules and are doing lots of stuff, but here we are. We're doing it.
Awesome. I'm excited.
So I got introduced to you sort of through the Midnight Sun period where I started to see you on channels. I found your Instagram, but what really strikes me as my defining moment with you is the reels that you put up with the sun in the background bouncing.
Yeah,
and it fits so well with the Midnight Suns theme. I thought it was it was so cool.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it popped really well with anything I had with the fire. I was like, that makes it really pop. I wanted to be able to try to control it more to slow it down or keep it in a certain area, but I was like, I'll roll with it,
I almost dropped my phone when I first saw it. I'm like, dude, this is so good.
Word, thanks.
Yeah, that was
wicked. I tried it with the Helverine sketch I had too, so it looked pretty good with that as well because it had all the fire effects.
So it's in the name, marvelously sketched. So are you really into sketch cards? Are you a sketch card collector? Why don't you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, man, I love sketches. I really appreciate artists. So of course, the original art sets are really what I like to go for. But to actually get a sketch where an artist spent time with, there's a few out there. I mean, we saw it in Premiere 2021, upsettingly, but when an artist actually pays attention to details and puts the effort into the card, you can see it reflect in the card.
Absolutely. 100%.
And you can hit artists that you've never heard of, or some people have never heard of. Maybe this is the only set they did a sketch in and they were just trying it out because they do comic books or something. And you find those sketches and you're like, wow, man, can you do an AP for me or a commission? And so I really like doing that because giving back to the artist is I appreciate that.
It's such an interesting way to collect. So sketch cards for me, when I was collecting Marvel cards as a kid, I had no idea about sketch cards. And as I went on collecting, I picked up again in 2012. I was just into base sets. I had no idea about sketch cards. So coming into the hobby again as an adult, it's like, wow, these sketch cards are one of the best inserts that there are.
I couldn't agree more. When I was a kid, my stepfather and I, we would go to the comic book store. We would get Marvel cards when they were at comic book stores. We would sit down at the kitchen table and we'd rip them. Never really knew about inserts as a kid. Of course, you got the holograms from certain sets, the early 90s with the gold, or someone might have pulled the blue Venom, you know what I mean? But and you never got into it. But then I started getting into it again in 2019, late 2018. And I was like, I saw a sketch for the first time and I was like, what is that? Is that an official card? And I was like, oh my God. And it just happened to be this card. The first card I ever saw as a sketch spoiled me because it was a Liddy. And I mean, it's just you're like, is that a piece of art? What is that? Did somebody commission that at a Comic-Con? What? And then you find out, nah, you could pull that in a box. And you're like, what? I was like, so I kind of just really went for it. And then that coalesced with finding about Masterpiece kept going because I didn't know about it again. And then trying to pull a sketch out of Masterpieces it just happened to be my luck.
Yeah.
My son and I almost, actually, no, every Masterpiece box of 2022 we opened, we hit a sketch along. Yeah. And we had a theory after, Comic Breaks Hans, he got into the weighing and all that of the boxes. And I was like, yo, man, I think we're getting pre-weighed boxes that don't have the heavy hits in it because that's technically the lightest one or whatever. I was like,
gotcha.
Started thinking that was going on. But regardless, I mean, I love the sketches. My son's favorite sketch out of all the ones I have is the first box of Masterpiece 2022 we opened, and we pulled it was a
Beautiful.
Matthias Streb, Doctor Strange.
Very cool.
He kind of pushed me into it too. He was like, dude, we got to go for sketches. Like those are one-on-ones and nobody else has them. And I was like, yeah, so I rolled with it and I kind of put it in my name. And I thought it was, a good twist with it. It's a marvelous card. Marvelously sketched.
Yeah, no, I love it. Something that I love about sketch cards, and the one you just showed is a good example of it. I love how the artist interacts with the cardstock.
Yeah.
So how much they leave of the original cardstock in the image, or how much they cover up, if all of it. I think all that's super cool. The thickness, all of it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few things that'll irk me. You know what I mean? And I'm not anyone to be picky or anything, but there are a few. I mean, not signing the back of the card.
Yeah.
I mean, that's killer. I mean, you pull a sketch, it could be beautiful looking. And I don't know the circumstances. Maybe they had to rush it out that day to meet the deadline for Upper Deck for it to be in the set. Who knows what it was. But to actually pull the card, to turn it around and be like, oh my God, who is the artist? Who can I give this appreciation to? And it's blank.
So frustrating.
Oh man, it's kind of like it's definitely not something fun. And then which rolls with that, I have gotten a personal commission.
Yeah.
And I received after I made the deal with the artist and everything, and it came unsigned. To me, that was I was like, damn, that's a little unacceptable. It's a commission. It's not like it was pulled packed and there could have been maybe that deadline or whatever circumstances, but a commission to not have the card signed, I was like, I was a little upset with that. And it's such a good sketch too. I'm not going to say the artist or anything, but
we'll never know, even if you turned it around.
You're funny. That's great. But it's Professor X, and I commissioned it to go with my premiere that I pulled for original X-Men, which was awesome.
Dude, that's amazing. That's a really cool throwback.
It's got sorry for the glare.
No, all good. So this leads me to my pet peeve about sketch cards, and was when the premiere people, I'm not going to name anybody, but they don't do the back. Dude.
Yeah.
It bugs me.
You got that whole canvas right there you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be nitpicky or anything. I appreciate and love the artists and whoever, you know what I mean? But if you've got that whole canvas there, just try to put yourself as the artist. Like, I can only fit, like, say it's the 3-panel and you got the 1 panel in the back, right?
Right.
So maybe there was 4 characters you wanted to do, or maybe there was a scene you wanted to do, or maybe it's not even related to the front scene, but a character you wanted to include. Throw that character as a face print on the back, you know what I mean, as a portrait or whatever. And another thing that I agree with you on, which again kind of coalesced with Premiere 2021, just because that was so popular when I started coming back in, not filling in the entire cardstock. You do so good of a job on either a portrait or a scene, and there's no background or foreground. There's no definition of what's going on the card. It's just, and sometimes that kills it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, rarely, but sometimes, depending on the artist and the style they do, it can make the card pop with the white.
For sure. It's so subjective, and that makes it real art. The fact that it is so subjective.
Correct. And again, I think that would be if that was part of the plan.
Yeah.
From the gate, I'm going to do just like a black and white or light shading of a character silhouette or something. So against the back of the white cardstock, it really looks good. Yeah. I can see that as the plan. But just to be like, I'm going to put all this effort into a portrait and then not touch anything else. Right. Kind of. And commissions, it's funny because it depends on what you're paying for or agreed upon with the artist. But for something that was officially released in a pack, especially like Premiere with the price points that they were at.
Yeah.
Especially with Marvel Masterpieces with the prices they were at.
Yeah.
I think Masterpieces definitely had a better control and quality of the sketches that were introduced.
Yep.
But not Premiere.
Premiere. So let's definitely talk about this. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Premiere was one of those products where there were times where quality control was definitely had a range. I'm going to leave it at that. What I would have liked to have seen in Premiere was more character selection, refinement. Like there were some characters getting pulled that nobody who spent $800 was in. There were frequently times I saw cards get pulled by people that know what they're doing that had no clue who the character was. And it's like, if you're calling this the Premiere product, then there are Premiere characters that need to be there, and these randos don't. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes. I totally agree. Agree. I mean, famously, the first video I saw, because I was pumped, man, to get Premiere. I was like, I can't wait to open up my tins. I mean, I got 3 tins. You know what I mean? I was very excited to open them. And I got pre-ordered, so they were at price point, pretty good price point. But when I saw Justin Spidey Hits video, when he pulled the thumb-looking character, and we had it like everyone was trying to figure out what character it was to like months later, like we still don't know what character it is. Like,
come on.
Oh man. And then like you start seeing it. Let's say that was a one-off, right? But then all of a sudden, like you're saying, you start seeing these streams or these reels or these shorts, and it's the same thing over and over again, where the quality character selection was just like, whatever, and it's like, that ain't worth what you're selling it for, or even what they're bumping it up to after sale. You know what I mean?
And I don't want there to be any misinterpretation about it. I'm not saying that I wish the artists had have chose better characters. I'm saying that I wish that Upper Deck had have selected better characters on the cardstock, because so many of them have the name right on it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying none of this is on the artist. Like, I'm not trying
No, you're correct.
This is on the manufacturer.
Yeah, because it was whoever was inside of the set who had a base card, then also had that coalescing sketch card.
Yeah.
So when you flipped it over, if you wanted to pull it and show that, artist appreciation by showing the artist first, okay, Hercules, and you're like, you got a Hercules card, and then you turn it over, that's who, you know what I mean? It wasn't until you had the 3 panels or whatever, the panel cards or the 5x7, that you didn't know who the character was.
Right.
Oh no, on the larger stock you did know, because it was the same thing. It had the characters on the back, but when you had the panels, you don't know who it was. So that was the big surprise for it. And I love the product, and I loved all the artists. That when I saw the artist list on when they released all the info for it, I was excited. But again, there was something on it when it released, and you were like, maybe it's not a trend, and then you start to see it is a trend, and you're like, what happened? Whose fault is that?
Something I think that is sort of missing a little bit in Marvel content and Marvel cards is, we're all so passionate about collecting. It's our hobby. We love doing it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we're not critical enough of Upper Deck. Like, they're releasing these products, and some of them really resonate with us and they hit really, really well. And others appear to be flat out rushed, where the checklist is wrong, where there's just mistakes that your young nephew or niece would make if they were in charge, if they were in grade school or something. And we frequently just share all of this stuff, like, oh, there's this coming out, and like always from a positive place, but some of it's hot crap.
Yes, I totally agree.
Some of it, like, I don't ever share new releases I don't ever share Upper Deck content, because half the time that they release stuff, I just wish they would slow down and try a little bit harder to refine out the couple of the little kinks before production, especially with the price points of things. Like, if you're going to charge us these types of prices, could you please maybe just spend an extra 3 weeks or 2 weeks refining it down a little bit more? You know what I mean?
I mean, and I don't think it's that hard of an ask, right? You find out from the artist that they were, requested to do the art 2-3 years ago. So you're telling me in that amount of time you couldn't allocate a certain department or a team or a certain amount of time to be like, here, I'm going to get you right now, right? Because this bothered me, and it's
Yeah.
nobody's fault except Upper Decks, and I'm gonna be on it. So the other day, I bought into the Case Break. With Fausto ran it. I believe it was a card store or a comic store. I forget the name. Right. I apologize. Awesome stream. Had a fun time. But I bought Miles. Super stoked to get Miles.
Totally.
Saw an awesome Miles card get pulled, correct?
Yeah.
Numbered. He's in his costume, swinging through the city. Whose name's on the card?
Spider-Man.
Yup. Is that necessarily really Spider-Man, or is that Miles? Yeah. Like, what do you call him? Do you understand? So, like, just be careful when you're doing like character breaks, or because you don't know going ahead, unless you've seen the product break, you don't know going ahead how Upper Deck is labeling the character, whether it was on purpose or mistake.
Yeah. So, absolutely. This isn't a charity ball. We're allowed to be critical of this stuff. We're spending big money on this. And that is absolutely. So I think that as these products go towards these like character breaks, these character drafts, whatever you want to call them, they're going to have to kind of pay more attention to that. And it's going to take them forever to figure that out. Like, I forget what the card was in Flair. It might have been Thor, or I'm not even sure. But there was one card where like, I swear the character wasn't on the card. And they're like, oh, it's from his perspective. I'm like, what?
What? Like it's through his eyes.
Oh my goodness. So anyways, that was my TED talk about that.
But then you flip over the back of the card, it's like it tells the character, and you're like, oh man, you're right, I guess, you know. And it's like, what happened to the front labeling? Like, why'd you do it that way? This
leads me into the conversation I wanted to have with you today and what we're going to do. I've seen you break a lot of Flair, and you're kind of the Flair guy in a way. You know, you definitely have pulled a lot of stuff. So you've opened one box of this. You've seen some character breaks. How is this one measuring up to your previous experience with 2019? Because 19 was fire.
Fire. Yeah. Probably one of my favorite sets to break. Minus the price point. Again,
let's leave that out of it.
I missed 19 at release, right? I came in after it. So I got second market pricing. Yeah. Some guys out there, which I have them as a safe seller now, awesome fair pricing. Awesome fair pricing. Yeah. It's good to find, shop around, delete your search history on eBay, and just try to focus on liked searches or liked items, because you'll find it hidden deep somewhere that a seller you've never heard of who has good ratings. Don't just get some rando. But and that's how I found it. And I was able to get 3 boxes at an unbelievable price.
Nice. Ripped
all 3 boxes of that. Eventually got a 4th from a different seller for like $10 more, but it was free shipping, so I didn't care. So 4 boxes total of 2019 I ripped. Totemic is the worst insert I've ever experienced. I'm
sorry to laugh, but
I agree. I don't understand it. I mean, I don't know where they were going with it. I mean,
when they do things like that, I think of it as like, it's like Friday afternoon at 4:00. Like, we need one more insert before we all go camping this weekend.
Yeah, like
we'll do a totem pole one.
Yeah, right. And it's technically not even like a totem pole. It's like a cut down tree in pieces. Like there's no totemic detail to it behind the character. Like I could see if like instead of the character, it was a wood card.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Look like a wood card instead of it a drawing of the storm or whoever. It was actually etched in, kind of almost like an anime volume 2 wood block looking thing. That I could see maybe getting heat. Like, oh, okay. Wait, you could fit these together like a puzzle?
So, yeah.
They did it wrong.
Oh, did they ever?
28-point card. I just don't understand it. But take it, that set had the best insert I can think of next to PMG's
Okay.
Which was the Lucky Eights. Such an insane looking insert, probably one of my favorites. I searched so hard for that.
Yeah.
I never wanted to pull the trigger on the price points that I found, which is understandable because it's an awesome insert. So, yeah, I guess you had to give and take. You had one of the best inserts and the worst insert. So
It's funny, the range. So, something about Flair that really resonates for me is how it's held true to the vintage set aesthetically. The aesthetic, like whenever I see anything Flair get open in the modern age, I'm a little kid again. I'm like, it brings me right back to that aesthetic that I associate with not only the confusing name of Flair,
yeah,
but
right.
Of these like Venom cards that look like 1995 never changed, and just the Flair has some differences for me this time around. Like that Ghost Rider and that Doom are two of the best cards I've ever seen. They're two of the best cards I've ever seen.
Amazing work. Ben Brady killed it. It's an honor to be so close and cool with him. He's such a cool guy. Amazing to be able to pull that card with him on the stream.
Yes, that was very cool.
Such a cool experience, just because like I was in awe looking at the card and I'm processing it like in the moment, and I just look up and Ben's like, oh, freaking out and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool, man. I wish we were all in the same room. You know what I mean? Like,
totally.
But he's in another country, so
isn't that one of the cool things about our hobby is how niche is our hobby when you can pull cards you're excited about and the artist that did it and signed it is in the same stream.
Yes.
I loved skateboarding as a kid, and I would have loved to have skated a Chad Muska deck with Chad Muska there and get him to sign my board. Yeah. But that just skateboarding is just too huge and there's too much celebrity in it for that to be a thing, right? But the card world, I mean, I love that I don't want to say have access to these people, but we have a relationship with them that is far more personal than just as a fan base.
And honestly, I think it's because they are like us. They are fans, you know what I mean? Like they grew up with these cards too. They're all around our age or slightly younger that are hanging out with that, group that grew up with the 90 cards heavy, you know what I mean? So, and then you even got the younger crew coming in, that's awesome to watch them be involved and everything. So it's so fun. And, with Flair, with the topics you're bringing up, I don't know if it's the art director or direction or whatever they did with it, but I agree. Like the aesthetic, the way they do the art, the original art, the way the artists nail it.
Yeah.
But to bring it to you were saying with the 90s, I don't know if you've probably seen it, but the singularities, some of the cards are like the origin character, how and it shows them. I love that. Because I don't know if anyone else is really remember 1993 Marvel Universe.
Yep.
Origins cards. So it would be Bruce Banner and then Hulk is in the background, or Captain America, and then she's with the shield and stuff. And you're to me, I was when I saw that, I was man, that's such a cool little nod or homage, or at least I put the two together, and I was I like that to get that. Bringing that in from the 90s to keep it the roots grounded kind of in a way and to see a new kick on it.
Yeah.
And with the inserts, the way this year or 2023 did the foils, let's say, with the numbered cards.
Yeah.
I love them.
They look really sharp.
They look so good. They pop.
They do.
I pulled the MODOK, which is what is that? Winter, the background on it. Oh, that's gonna look horrible on there.
It's tough to see, but don't take it out. That's fine. Here, I'll bring it up on the card cam.
Got my other light over there to try to get brighter over here. Ooh, that looks horrible.
All good.
But I'll post a picture later. It just pops. How good it looks. And the cards are in good quality. You'll see a few here and there. And I'm guessing that's some it might be case by case differences, but like I had one box that I saw on a stream where the top left corner's got
I saw that.
where it's got like a little bend almost. And then I've seen boxes, I guess, from different cases or a different print run, or I don't know, that don't have that at all.
Yeah, well, that's all in all likelihood. That's because Ace Ventura delivered that one, kicking it down the hallway.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm not going to hold Upper Deck on that one when all the corners are bent. I'm going to call that a shipping problem, but we'll see.
I can agree. Yeah. So I mean, but other than that, I think the quality of at least the cards I've seen in hand, I think they're great.
Yeah,
the art's amazing. The inserts that I've seen are great. I mean, there's them, and again, I don't remember the name of it, but it's the marble looking one.
Yes, I saw the Iron Man one get pulled on the Spidey one. Those look wicked.
Yeah,
those look really good.
Nice. Really nice. Carved. Is it carved? Is that what it's called or something?
I couldn't carve.
But that's a really nice insert. I think that's going to get a lot of attention from everybody. That'd be like the hunt to go for and stuff.
So Matt, you want to show us this box on the card cam here? There's some interesting card art on the box. So another thing that Flair, this product has done well over the years, incredibly good sketch card stock and incredibly good box art. Like when I'm a customer and I see this at the store and I didn't know anything about it, that looks cool. Like I would buy that.
I agree with you. Yeah. Great character selection. The box itself, the packs, the art looks great. It's a small box. I mean,
it is a small box. 45 cards, right?
Yeah. Here's 2019.
Oh wow, it's drastically smaller.
Yeah, I mean, good corner to corner there. Yeah, it's smaller.
Interesting.
Same amount of cards though. They just did the pack size different.
Yeah, well, I'm not opposed as long as it's the same number of cards.
Yeah, and no weird foam because there's a foam on the bottom of this one, and I don't know if you're like me. You sometimes got like OCD, or you're like, oh, maybe they put a pack underneath that foam. Nah, there's never anything under the foam.
We must rip all of them. Yeah, I love it. So leading into this, why don't we do this? Why don't we share this box with the people?
Let's do it, brother. I'm definitely, obviously, hoping to get a sketch out of one of the boxes I have. So let's go for that.
I've noticed you got some good luck on you breaking boxes, man. I've seen you pull some stuff.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm trying.
I love that you share it with your son, too. I love the fact that both of you share the hobby. You mentioned your stepdad introduced you to part of the hobby. I love that.
Yeah. He was the first one to introduce me to the local comic shop that was by our house. And then ever since then, I would go there and get packs of Marvel cards. Biggest card sets they had there, when I was growing up. I never got exposed to masterpieces.
Yeah.
So the highest quality, beautiful set that I saw was Flair. So
okay.
That's what got me into why do these cards look so much different than like Marvel Universe or, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, this is original art. And that's kind of what got me into really diving into it. You know what I mean? Right. Don't get me wrong. When I was a kid, I was definitely more into 9-pagers.
Same.
You know what I mean? I'm going to finish the 9-page and have the whole scene, you know what I mean? And skip a page so you got the whole background clear and see what's going on with all the details. And so that was kind of what I was into when I was younger, and I never really understood the art. But as a kid, I appreciated Flair, 94 specifically.
Right.
This is what I want,
Right. Yeah.
I would love to get involved with original art, but I've never came into the the opportunity to get that either financially or knowing the right people or being at the right place at the right time. So
I'm free. People frequently ask me if I'm into OA, and I'm not because I can't afford it.
Word, man, it's
not my thing. Not my thing.
It's expensive. I mean, I'd love to have one. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
it's definitely expensive
for sure.
How does that look?
It looks great. Yeah, you're styling, buddy.
All right, cool, bro. So we got Medusa. So I don't know if you saw it, but the hit is the third card
Third
out of
card in.
4. So we got Nick Fury. I really like the artist style of this. They did the Venom.
Yeah.
Sick.
So there's some of them are digital.
Oh, really?
Some of them are digital art, I'm pretty sure. But it shows, but it works really, really well on card. Dude, these Flareums, this Flareum set is such a cool set to collect.
Yes.
It really is. Tier 6, and it's just like, it's so good.
And that's 16, so I think that's tier 2.
Nice.
All right, and then the hit is, we got a Solar Flare of Jean Grey.
I like this insert a lot. It's sort of, the pattern on the back sort of reminds me of the White Rainbow from Beginnings.
Yeah, like it really pops if the light hits it right.
Yeah.
It looks like fireworks almost going off in the background.
Are you a binder person? Like these cards, do you store them in a binder when you get a piece together? You're a 90s kid for real.
Yeah, I put them in I'm an older one with now like OCD or whatever. So like I put them in a sleeve,
yeah,
and a top loader, and then I put them in the thing you send to the mail. What are those called? These things.
Yeah. I love it.
That way, hair or whatever came. I got 2 dogs and a cat, so like I totally wrap it up, and then I put it in a binder, 9 pager. So
love it.
Yeah, that's where all like my rocket cards are, my man things are, and then all my sets are in, binders behind me.
You and me have so much in common in that regard, where we're character collectors, but also set collectors.
Yo, you got to keep it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to like buy, obviously, I would love to complete it. Masterpieces 2022, because I love Dan's work. Dan's the artist that got me like really back into collecting cards and everything. So like, I would love to collect that, but some of the price points are just
it's crazy.
They're out of control. So it's that's when you figure, all right, well, this is my favorite insert from a set. So then you go for that.
Yeah.
Or because sometimes you got to pick and choose your battles, bro.
You got to pick your battles, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I got 2 kids, so it's not all the time where you can go into like as hard as you want to. Like if you can rainbow a card that you just happen to pull 2 or 3 out of the, you know what I mean?
I know exactly
that card. You know what I mean? It's good. If it's a Modoc, rainbow it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm always pulling Cyclops cards. I'm like, shit, I'm just gonna rainbow. I don't care.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just might as well just do it. I mean,
yeah,
that's what's
half done
happening. Yeah.
Iron Fist, cool Iron Fist.
Yeah, Iron Fist is popping. That's such a cool Captain America Flareum.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2019's Flareums were awesome, but it was so weird, the tier selections that they had. Oh, there we go.
You're a touch blurry. Could we? Do you want to try just touching the card on your screen and see if it just?
Let me see if I can.
No rush or anything. Take your time.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if I can get the.
Don't you love technology?
Yeah, right. I want to get 2 cameras set up instead of the phone, and let's see, is that better? No, it's still
good enough. Good enough.
So these are the names of these. I've been calling them Sea Blasts, but they're canonical.
another, you and me both really enjoyed Midnight Suns, but do you think I can pronounce those inserts?
Nah, man, the thermological or whatever.
Come on, bro.
Artifact. I was like,
who came up with that? Who was like, hey, hold my beer. I got a crazy idea. We're going to run with it.
Yeah. They're like, oh, magic stuff. We'll just give it a crazy magic name. It's like,
right.
So I've been calling these those Sea Blasts.
I love how in the community of collectors right now, there seems to be people that I kind of associate with different sets. And like Flair's a good one to like to be associated with. Oh, that looks really, I like that Spider-Man a lot.
Nice. Is it clear now?
It is. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, good. I'm just going to try to keep it at this distance.
Yeah, no, you're golden, buddy.
Yeah, we got a Spidey hit.
Yeah. There it is. That's what we're talking about.
Ghost Rider, man.
That Ghost Rider is like That's one of the best Ghost Riders I've ever seen. I'm gonna be straight with you. Like I think that chain and everything just looks so good.
It really does. Yeah, it really, really does.
Does it seem like there's a lot of Doctor Doom in this set?
Yeah, I didn't realize
Right?
how many Flareums alone there were.
Yeah, there's a lot of Doom in a good way. I mean that in a good way.
Huh, that's upside down.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But that's like the one I was talking about. How you see like it's his origin, and then it's
Yes.
To
cool.
me, that's like a throwback to like '93 Marvel Universe origin cards.
The concept on Flair is there for sure. They're good.
All right, we got Black Cat, Sea Blast card.
Nice. There's a lot going on these cards. On like this insert in particular.
Yes.
There's a lot happening.
There really is, because you've got like some of these they've gotten like black and white, which is really cool. But I like them. It's a cool insert.
Yeah, totally.
Are you going to be opening any of this?
This one I'm not opening for the only reason that there's, the Sabretooth that I'm collecting in it is a pretty short run. But I will buy a base set of this or from Justin's break, hopefully complete close to one.
Okay.
And I'm saving myself for Flair Ultra Wolverine as it comes out.
I feel you.
I went pretty hard on Platinum too, so I'm taking a little breather.
Yeah, right. Platinum was fun. Unexpectedly fun.
I had high hopes for Platinum just because of the way they pitched it. I was like, all right, if this is how they're pitching it, I'll take their word for it. But it was good.
All right, so we got Sentry. And then we've got... Oh, wow, look at that. We got, this is one of the coolest Thanoses.
Yeah.
Mickey.
Really cool. I saw Fuller got one of the OAs from Simone, and he didn't know that it was going to be in this set.
Wow. Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't actually see the art, but I did see him say something about that on his stream.
It's crazy how long it takes to produce the art for these sets. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, these are busy inserts. Is that Domino?
I think it's Cable.
Oh, Cable, sorry.
Yeah, it's Cable. No worries. Yeah, man. To have OA is just, that's crazy cool, That's I mean, that's boss level.
Boss level. It's interesting that only 4 cards per pack for me. What was the other pack breakdown in the last one in 19?
I think it was. Oh, I'm trying to remember exactly. I'm gonna look like
it was more than 4 though.
Yeah, it was 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yep. Got Scarlet Witch, beautiful card. 4. That's a cool Flareum. Upside down again.
So what's the name on that card?
So this one is...
That's the one I was talking about.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Someone tell me where Thor is on that card.
Oh, I can get it. I get it because Ultron's coming at him to like punch him. Okay.
So when you to your point about the labeling of them, that I agree with you, and there's my evidence right there. That's an Ultron card.
Yeah, it even talks about Ultron in the back.
Like that's an Ultron card. Like I'm gonna almost call that a misprint.
Yeah, it's all about Ultron. It mentions Thor once smashing through a wall to have a chat with Ultron.
Yeah, that's an Ultron card right there, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't see like broken pieces of wall showing like Thor breaking through. It's an Ultron.
Ain't no one gonna fess up to that one. I'll tell you that.
Nope. I totally agree.
Ridiculous.
Oh, there we go. We got Doctor Strange, Solar Flare.
Cool. Upside down.
And these do have short prints. This is 24. I don't have the checklist up, but that may be a short print. I can't remember the number it starts at.
It's cool to see Deadpool back in the game, eh?
Dude. We just need a Nightcrawler now.
Oh, man. Now you're talking.
Right? But yeah, I'm super happy to see Deadpool. I mean, that's one heck of a card to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd love to pull at least one of those.
Yeah, same.
You know, I think it's 5 cards total. Oh,
there's one gam. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. That's beautiful art too.
It's a really good Sabretooth. In a way, that's kind of a perfect Sabretooth.
Yeah. He's jacked.
Yeah,
I like how he did
I hate skinny Sabretooth.
Yeah, right? He's got his marks and everything on his arm. It's
you know,
cool.
for me, I mentioned it before, but what makes a good Sabretooth to me is no pupils in the eyes. It's got to be white eyes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's menacing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He's not a good guy.
No, he's not. You don't want to be with him. We got the Avengers. Flarium. All right. Oh, I think we got something there.
Oh boy, let's check it out.
See what we got. Oh,
damn! Is that a 50? If
that
only we
is-
knew someone that collected magic.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just throw it out. It's no good.
Wow, that looks great. Yeah, so that's 5 out of 50.
Amazing.
Wow, and the
So
green.
those out of 50s are cool.
Yeah. Green is summer.
Love it. Yeah, the out of 50s are really, really cool. I saw the of 25 get pulled on the last stream I was on with on Spidey Hits, and that's super cool. That's a good hit right there. So you get a numbered card per box, I believe.
Oh, that's it? One number card per
There's
box?
not a lot of numbered cards in them, I don't think. And maybe don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was one numbered card per box.
Well, I can believe it because I think all I hit was that MODOK.
Right. I guess that speaks to a pretty large print run. Well, that one's only out of 50, right? But, you know, if you have a card that's, say, out of like $2.99 or whatever, and you get one numbered card per box, getting one out of 25 there, that's an amazing hit.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. It's beautiful, too. Getting there. There we go. Oh, man.
Oh, that's fun, man. Right on. Out of 50, sorry. Out of 50. I said out of 25 before.
Out of 50.
Yeah, that's a cool card.
That's pretty. Let's put it right there.
Like I said, you have some pretty good luck when you break boxes.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. I see a lot of times people will post like, "Oh, I got a dud box in this," and I'm sure it happens. I haven't really experienced that. I haven't opened enough product to be a part of that.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It happens.
I opened 4 platinum and I got 3 autos, so I thought I did pretty good.
That's great. I think that's great. And to say what I think, it is more likely to get a dud box the later the product is out.
Oh, interesting. I kind of want to agree with that.
Well, think about it, because let's say I buy a case, right?
Yeah.
Because at first everyone's buying product. You might be a part of a friend group that buys a case and now you all buy boxes. Yeah. Great. But you don't know about the people who are buying the cases and actually hit the case hit.
Right.
Or the thing they were chasing, they got 7 more boxes.
Right. And they dump it.
I know it.
I got
now,
you.
Is that actually a dud box? It could be. One of those definitely doesn't have a great hit.
Right.
Might be guaranteed to have that one numbered card.
Yeah.
But it could be like, MODOK.
I got you for sure.
So I honest, from what I've noticed, if you really want I think out the gate is probably your best chance to not hit dud boxes. Not saying it's not going to happen.
No, I hear you.
They're in cases, you know what I mean? But what I tried to do for this release was pre-order at different times from both David Adams and Steel City, and not all at once. Like 5 boxes I wanted to get, right? So I one pre-order from David Adams on the 1st, and then I did one pre-order from Steel City on the 4th, and so I kept just like adding up to where, like, when I was like, oh, they'll probably just open different cases, or as they're pulling them, maybe 2 boxes will be with the same case, but they'll all be different cases. So
Yeah.
you possibly can get it more chances of getting a bigger hit while you're going through that.
Right.
But you also have the chances of getting that box that ain't a hit at all.
Oh yeah.
So, it's hard to say or stupid
It's a
silly to
gamble.
say,
It's a
but
gamble.
it's a gamble. You know what I mean? But it's
That
fun,
wasp.
especially if you like it.
Totally.
Yeah, the wasp is good.
I don't know anyone who collects wasp. I don't know like the big wasp collector.
No. Actually, I don't know a wasp collector.
Yeah.
I traded a wasp to a collector, but that was just because they needed that card for to complete their set.
Gotcha.
But they weren't a wasp collector. Invisible Woman.
See, if I were going to be the artist that did Invisible Woman, I would have made it a total joke and just had nothing on the card. I would have
Yeah, right. Just acetate, clear acetate.
The name. Oh.
No, put Fantastic Four on it.
Yeah, that's right. That's cool,
Put the wrong name, you know what I mean?
With X-Men 97 and Magneto being popular right now, I'm thrilled that Magneto's in this set.
Yeah, and that's a cool Flarium with him controlling the rocket.
It's real cool. Yeah, so relevant for the cartoon too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Oh, we got Medusa Solar Flare.
Cool. So solar flares must be the most common insert, right? They must be the one that
I believe they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, they do have there's I don't know if there's SSPs, but I know there's SPs.
Did you hit buybacks in the 2019? That was my favorite insert from it.
I hit one buyback.
And who was it? Luke King is a good one to get.
Yeah. Yep. Which is awesome because I had that card in my binder.
Cool.
So when I hit it, I was like, oh, let me run to my binder. I put them next to each other. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's so nice opening cards with another guy that collects binder sets.
Oh, yeah, for sure, bro. For sure.
That's a great card right there. That's great art.
Yeah, Athena is beautiful.
Like if there wasn't a cape, that could be a Renaissance painting,
For sure, right?
Yeah.
Even with the cape, she looks like she belongs to Sparta.
There you go. Love it.
It's Sparta.
Yeah.
Oh, speak of him, Luke Cage.
Devil.
Awesome.
Cool.
Flarium. We got Galactus with Silver Surfer.
Dude, a lot of Surfer in this one too. Like a lot of Surfer in this set.
Oh, and that's 26. So that's tier 3.
Cool.
Out of 6 tiers. Oh, we got a Power Blast.
Luke Cage.
Oh, so double Luke Cage.
I like when it lines up like that.
Yeah, those are cool.
The Power Blasts are cool. That's a cool insert from the 90s as well. Like Power Blasts are neat.
Those were some of my favorite inserts as a kid.
Do you remember the Sabretooth Power Blast that the Hildebrands did?
Yes.
That is probably my top 3 favorite Sabretooth cards of all time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful card.
Beautiful artwork on that. Steve owns the original painting.
They were doing the Hildebrands, or I think one of them was doing comic covers of those cards.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so there might be actually out there somewhere Sabretooth War or something, and it'll have Sabretooth on it from that collection of that card.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because they did Wolverine. And I don't.
Sorry, is this your Miles? Is this the Miles we were talking about too?
No. This is Scarlet Spider.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that Miles. Spider-Man, it says.
Yeah. Palumbo.
Daredevil.
Dude, I think that Palumbo is one of the best.
Yeah,
and there are people. It's funny. It's people love it or they don't. But like Palumbo work is incredible. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Acetate card.
Yeah, acetate 8 there of Groot. I think technically that's like King Groot or whatever it's called when he gets real big.
I had never heard of Groot until I saw the movie. Until I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Yeah, I mean that's what kind of blew it up into that's what made me really like Rocket Raccoon.
Right.
I mean raccoons are my favorite mammal other than dogs. So
One day we're gonna have to do a video together about your character collection, if you're into it, of course.
Oh
I
yeah.
would. I think that people would love to see as much as I would what you've got in this Rocket Raccoon collection and this Man Thing collection.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too crazy with the Man Thing, other than
Some sketches.
yeah, the sketches. I love the sketches. That's actually kind of one of my things. Is like I want to go around to all different artists and just be like,
Cool.
hey, can you do me a Man Thing and see? Because I like to see the way artists do different, iterations or versions of the character. You know what I mean?
As far as color palette goes, Man Thing always reminds me of Swamp Thing, and I loved Swamp Thing as a kid.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yes. Well, you know the whole like lore story to that.
I don't know.
Oh, they were roommates.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, in college. It's real. They were roommates. They didn't steal from each other. They just worked off of each other. One
Amazing.
created Swamp Thing, one created Man Thing.
Dude, isn't that interesting? We're gonna talk about this. This is so interesting.
It is interesting. It's really cool because because as a kid you're always like Swamp Thing and Man Thing, and I knew of Swamp Thing before Man Thing.
Oh, same.
You know what I mean? But I didn't really like the story or the character base or whatever, And then you find out, oh wait, that dude's in Marvel and he looks like that guy. It's just
trippy.
Yeah. It's a cool story though.
Yeah.
There's a few characters that
I had Professor X in the card break on Spidey Hits.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you get any hits?
Couple, nothing crazy, but I got some cards.
Cool. We got Groot.
Another crazy Groot card.
Our Flareon is Thing.
Brittany collects Thing, right?
I don't know.
Someone told me that.
Oh yes, I think she does. Because she asked for what was she looking for out of Platinum? I think the Black Rainbow.
Gotcha.
She was looking for a thing.
Britt's a cool collector. I really like Britt.
Yeah, everyone's been awesome. Everyone's awesome. Oh, we got another Power Blast. Black Panther.
That's a cool one.
That is a cool one. Very subtle looking.
Yeah. But the light hits.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
These are cool. All right. Oh, we got 2 more packs left, brother.
Here we go.
And then on Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Please tell me.
We got a sleeve.
Okay. Interesting. Not necessarily a sketch.
Correct. But it's something.
It's a good sign.
It's a good sign, bro. It's a good sign.
Let's see what we got here.
So is it going to be right on the front? No. Okay, so we're going to flip it over. All right. Oh, that's cool. We got Thanos.
Yeah, it is good Thanos.
All right. And oh, it's one of those Marvel cards.
Yes. I'm so glad we talked about it before.
Who do we got? Oh, Human Torch.
Right on.
That's
that is a really
look.
Cool idea for a stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful looking.
Is it heavy?
It's yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely almost the weight of a pack.
Okay, cool.
This thin pack, meaning 4 cards.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's got some weight to it.
Cool.
So subtle. Oh, and then you got Wayshack.
Beauty.
Surfer. Galactic.
Dude, he has such a style that's immediately recognizable.
Yes.
He did the Spider-Man that's sitting on the gargoyle, or the Miles that's sitting on the gargoyle.
Yep. I actually got that in my break.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a fun pull when I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, it's a cool card, yo. Because you did like picture of just chilling up there eating a sandwich.
Yeah. Are there printing plates in Flair? I've never seen a Flair printing plate before.
That's actually a great question.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I've never seen a Flair printing plate.
I'm curious now if there are, but I can't put on the top of my head if there is. I'm sure there are.
Last pack. Good luck, buddy. I hope you get something here.
Yeah, last pack magic, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, printing plates.
There are printing plates. Interesting.
Yes, sir.
That's got to be a first because I've never seen a 19 printing plate.
So it says 1 out of 12 packs for base set parallels numbered to 25 or lower.
Yeah.
Or printing plates.
Oh, wow.
So is that like 1 out of 12 boxes or 1 out of 12 packs? It's got to be
I
boxes.
would say that it would be impossible to tell the pack odds on a printing plate.
Yeah, I mean that's
the one of one. Yeah.
All right, little rub.
Little luck.
Little rubbing. That was a cool hit though with the Marvel card of Human Torch.
That was super cool.
It's got some popularity coming soon with the Fantastic Four movie.
Fantastic Four is going to be back in the spotlight here pretty quick.
I'm excited to see what they do with it.
That's a cool Gamora card. I don't say that very often.
I know, right? She looks feral.
Yeah.
You know, her hair is crazy like Medusa, and she's just like, I'm going to stab you in the face with this sword.
Yeah, totally.
That's like the last thing you see. That's like
yeah. It turns out it's a Thor card.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
Star-Lord?
Yes.
Because this is what Star-Lord's seeing.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. Oh, upside down. We got Odin.
Cool. You know, Odin, not a popular character, but the artwork for the Odin cards is usually pretty bang on.
Yeah, it can be really like awesome looking, you know. Like
Odin and Premier had a cool card.
Yep, I said. Yep, that was a cool
good piece of art.
Yeah, I always like the way they do Odin.
Yeah,
and Anthony Hopkins nailed it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
All right, we got Last Flareon.
Oh, a good one too.
Oh, Wolverine.
Really good one.
Wow, I haven't seen that one yet.
That's Palumbo.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That is really, really cool.
Fatal Attractions, I believe, is the that's from.
A classic image. Again, so relevant to X-Men 97 right now.
Yeah, that's Dave Palumbo. Beautiful work. Beautiful work, sir.
Yeah, just Palumbo's awesome.
And the last bit of the box is a solar flare of Captain Marvel.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a fun box. It was, you know, there was
a fun box.
There was no mystery where you like where like I find it crazy when you open a masterpiece one and like your hit is like not there. It's like, what is going on here, right?
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest, I definitely had a few boxes where I probably should have had a hit, but I wasn't well versed at the time.
Right.
I still have all my boxes, so I could still like scan the number or something. I put them all in. I opened them all live on video, so like I have proof. You know what I mean? But
totally.
What am I going to do? I'm going to email somebody and then wait for it to come, and I don't know. But some people are very vigilant with it, and they get some really good replacement stuff. So. And
it goes the other way. When people send in damaged stuff, they get sent back something that isn't even close to relevant to what they sent.
Yeah.
It's really hit and miss. I'd be skeptical myself.
On that day, that Steve who likes pizza answered the mail.
Okay. Well, that was really, really cool. Thank you for showing us this product. So big hit out of this was an out of 50 Magic.
Yeah, bro.
That is a good
card.
low number.
Beautiful looking card.
Good insert for sure.
I love the way the green pops on it.
So you have more of this. You have 2 more to open. You're gonna be continuing on with this product.
I have 4 more boxes.
Nice.
And I have 1 box coming that I bought off Discard from Funkified.
Cool.
And I have 1 box I'm picking up from my LCS tomorrow.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever participate in whatnot breaks?
No. Well, I've bought stuff from people who break live, but I've never done it.
Mm-hmm. It's something I've never broken into, but my buddy Raj is always buying into these breaks and hitting like 1 of 1 Venoms. Like ridiculous things. And I'm like, what on earth is going on here? Like,
yeah, Raj is good people, man. Yeah.
Raj is the best. I love Raj.
Yeah.
It kind of got me on that. I've seen him hit some big stuff in there. And I did a little video with him, and he showed me like a DeSanto sketch that he hit. So I'm like, just some big cards, and it's got me wondering. I think I might be moving into participating in more of those.
To me, a Dan DeSanto sketch that's my grail.
Grail, yeah.
I don't even care who it is.
That's right. No. Squirrel Girl, let's go.
If that's who I get, that's who I get. I will put that thing on the wall in a frame. Awesome. I'm not even joking, because that's something, that artist, who I love his work, everything in it. I can't wait to see the cards we have not seen yet. To really get what's going on with the set, because we haven't fully been able to appreciate it to all of its glory.
Right.
Let's just hope the quality control has gotten a little better.
So this is an interesting question. Do you think that they reprint for EPAC? Like, are they cutting more cards for this, or is it?
I don't think it's that they reprint. I think it's that they delay the amount of printing, possibly.
Okay.
To work out what the first print run issues have. So it's not necessarily like, let's say all the number cards are printed, right?
Right.
And I have no idea I'm not an expert on this. This is just sometimes the gears turning in here. So I'm thinking that they don't print everything at once. They print what is going to come out. The numbered cards are all printed. The autos are all printed. But I don't think that part of the process of putting in boxes or actually printing the card yet is done at that same stage.
Gotcha.
And to be honest, I hope it's that way. I hope it's staggered.
Yeah.
Because that way someone could be like, oh man, hey, you know, the printer, when it was coming down on 900 of our cards, was cutting all the edges, you know, on these
fires up the chains.
Oh my God. Like, some of them look like my dog chewed it up and then handed it to me. And I'm like,
it was crazy. It was
Can't
crazy.
grade anything. Yeah. The biggest hit I pulled out of that set was and it's sad because I graded it and it got like a 5 or something like that. It's the blue foil Iron Man.
Okay. And you know, you're supposed to, I think you're supposed to get a PSA 7 out of anything that comes pack pulled at a minimum, right?
Dude, upsetting.
Because and the centering on those was outrageous.
Yeah, that's what they hit me the worst for, was the centering. But on the back of the card, you could see where like the cards were getting cut or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe the blades weren't sharp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a little dull or something. Who knows?
No, totally. I know exactly the images that you're talking about. Like it's kind of crazy. It's amazing to me. When I opened up anime, I was shocked at how good the quality control was. And then I found out they were printed in Japan, and I was like, you know what? That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
The Japanese have a high quality control of a lot of products that they make. And it's amazing that how there is this just huge swing in it, you know, huge swing.
Yeah. You know, and sadly, it has to do with the card stock too, I think, you know, the size of the card stock. Midnight Suns definitely had a good run on quality control. Take it, the notorious rollers marks that were on the back of the medallions.
The medallions got beat up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I mean, every set's got its quirk, right? But we hope, right, as a community, as collectors, as people who are saving money for however long we're saving money to be involved in a set that we want to be involved in, returning customers, these should be things that the company that we're, you know, putting all this into is learning from.
Right.
I mean, sharpen the blades on the next run. If you know your card stock is going to be greater than 35 point, make sure everything's sharp.
And you know, and that's not even
squared and aligned.
It's not even Upper Deck. It's not even Upper Deck that's printing these, right? It goes to a third party to be.
Yeah, I don't even know, but they should have somebody on the floor.
Pick a different company. Don't let the people that did masterpieces ever cut cards for you again. No.
And again, there should be quality control, meaning Upper Deck should be the ones. They're the quality control. Yeah. And if they're paying somebody to do whatever services they're doing for them, and that's the quality of the work coming out of it. And
Yeah.
then that's even double negative because you're okay with then shipping that out.
Hold the check. Don't pay
Yeah,
until you
man.
see it.
Delay the product. Delay it.
That was and it's too bad because like you mentioned, the Dan DeSantos is kind of a turning point in Masterpieces. I don't know if the DeSantos set is the end of that era of Masterpieces or the beginning of modern card collecting. I don't really know, but it's a significant set, and to be run through, even the look on Dan's face when he sees the stuff that comes out, sometimes he's like, oh my God. Like when they packaged up the redemptions they sent out.
Oh my God.
That's how it was packaged.
Yeah. And I watched that and I was like, yo, like the poster thing that I got, the gallery poster, that came more protected than the comic redemption or the I was like, whoa, I'd be a little because that's total faith that made it in the mail safely, made it to the carrier safely, made it onto the truck, the plane, wherever it went, all safely. All it took was for one of those failure points to go wrong. Just one.
Absolutely.
And that's unredeemable.
Yeah,
that redemption is then unredeemable.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You're going to send that in and be like, what are you going to replace with this with?
Yeah. Hey, Dan, fix this.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And for the artist to put that much work in, and from when, you watched it too, Dan was like, I sent it to them.
Right.
In something safer.
Right.
Why not just resend it in that? Like, what did they oh, this is great work, and threw that thing away. And then just put it in a express mail envelope is a crazy thing.
It is a crazy thing. It is just some of the decisions that get made are a little bit questionable, to say the least. But as we all have these channels and we get to see more and more stuff get opened, we get to see the variation in product. And I don't watch sports card breaks, and Upper Deck, I'm sure 99% of their business is not Marvel. Correct. So I wonder what it's like for the other. Cards. I wonder if they have the same kind of complaints that we do about strange quality control issues or inaccurate checklists. But I don't know. I'll have to talk to a sports person one day.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to end on here? Where can people find you, Matt? What's the best spot for them to find you? I'll have it in the description.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Marvelously Sketched.
Yeah, you do lives. I see you break live on Instagram sometimes. I see you do.
Yeah, those will be randos. You know what I mean? There's a lot of traffic in the house and a lot of noise, so sometimes I just get these windows where like everyone went out, the dogs are asleep because they just ate. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm going to rip something, you know what I mean? And I'll just, instead of just recording a video and doing it by myself, I'm like, nah, let me just go live.
Cool. I love
Everybody wants to come in and say, hang out. Cause I'd rather, you know what I mean? I'd rather hang out with somebody and open something than open it by myself. You know what I mean? Cause it's more fun that way. Even if we're however miles apart or opposite ends of a continent we are, you know what I mean? We can still enjoy this through this technology. So.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you so much for opening with us today and being a guest. We've been wanting to do this for a while. We're definitely doing more of these. Definitely doing more.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
And you enjoy yourself, enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch up again real soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, take care, everybody. Hit that like button. Subscribe, please.
Bye, guys.